Good evening to all and welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Let us start the session with a nice quote. What is today's quote? Too many cooks spoil the dinner. Actual quote is, too many cooks spoil the broth. So, too many cooks spoil the dinner. What does it mean? You try to do too many things at a time, you won't be able to achieve any of those. Same way, you try to learn too many things. You burden yourself with a lot of information you cannot remember. One at a time or a few at a time will be useful, that approach. And too many things, do remember, not advisable. Don't take the literal meaning of this, what it means. Don't try to do too many things at the same time. Today's editorial is all about elections, the state elections, assembly elections in 5 states. An easy editorial, easy to comprehend, and a few important words are there, but many of the words are quite familiar. We'll start with the tone of the editorial. What is the tone of the editorial? The tone of the editorial appears to be analytical, analyzing what is what, which party, and critical, what is good, what is bad. How does the editorial start? Raining promises. Now, if you, at the outset, if you read this, you may wonder, how is it related to rain? The editorial is all about election campaign, elections, state assembly elections. How come the word rain? Answer my question in this context. Rain, which part of speech is it? Is it a verb or a noun? Anusha has already entered a few words: criticize, analytical, censure, chide, rebuke, reprimand. Very good. Here it is a verb, raining promises. What do you understand from this? Means a lot of promises, too many promises. What is that? Some problem is there. Who is this? Some ready. Will it please? Will it help? Others, give me a second. I think some problem with your typing. Please present that properly. I will answer. So, raining promises means what? A lot of promises. At the time of elections, every party has a manifesto, and they try to offer a lot to the people, the public. So, raining promises means what? A lot of promises. Competitive populism. There's one word here, populism. It has been used many a time in the editorial. So, what does it mean? A political approach that appeals. Appeal means what? Attract. That appeals to the people. When you tell the people, those are going to vote, we are going to give this, we are going to give that, obviously they get attracted. So, populism, competitive populism, what does it mean? Not one party. All the major parties are offering so many things. There's a competition when it comes to these offers or promises. Based on that, the words competitive populism, political approach that appeals to the people. In the assembly elections in 5 states, it starts with that. But what is the main idea of this editorial? Competitive populism seems to have replaced an important pattern. Here we have seems, verb in which form? You can respond. It is in present form. So present tense. To have replaced, to have replaced, to have completed, to have won, to have replaced. Answer my question. This is a finite or non-finite verb? It's a non-finite verb. To have replaced, perfect infinitive. We use, it's a non-finite verb, important from the exam point of view. They seem to have won the match. They seem to have lost the match. And competitive populism seems to have replaced communalism in the campaign. Whenever we talk about elections, we use two words. What are the two words? One is campaign, and what is the other word? Canvas, canvassing. Single S, it goes with your footwear. Double S goes with campaigning or elections. In the past, it would be focused on communalism, appealing based on a particular community or different communities or major communities of a region. Then we use the word communalism. This is different from communism, both are entirely different. Communalism talks about communities, appealing to a particular community, about reservations or something else. In the past, they would focus on communalism, but this time, almost all the parties, there's a competition. Based on that, competitive populism seems to have replaced communalism in the campaign. This is the main idea. To substantiate this idea, editor presents a lot of information. The ongoing assembly elections, ongoing, something is on. The ongoing assembly elections in 5 states are seen as, answer my question, which tense is this, are seen? I want you guys to answer immediately. It is present tense. But is it active voice or passive voice? That you have to know for sure. Passive voice. We see something, something is seen. We see those people are seen as, are seen is present in passive voice. The ongoing assembly elections in 5 states are seen as a prelude. What does it mean? Pre means what? Before. So it is like an introduction or an event that happens before the major event. In this context, what is a major event that is going to happen in 2024? It is the general elections. And before that, this is like introduction. So pre means before to the general election expected in the first half of 2024. And based on the results, you can form an opinion which party is going to form at the center. Polling has concluded in Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and Mizoram, while campaigning is peaking in Rajasthan and Telangana, which will vote on November 25th and 30th, respectively. Polling has concluded present perfect, recently completed action in 3 states, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and Mizoram, while contrasting information, campaigning or canvassing is peaking in, peaking is peaking, means what? Touching the peak in 2 states. What are the 2 states? In Rajasthan and Telangana, which will vote on November 25th and 30th, respectively. What does it mean? First state is Rajasthan on 25th in Rajasthan, and second state Telangana on 30th in Telangana, respectively. Competitive populism has been the defining theme. Again, who is this? A lot of messages today. Guys, please excuse me. Who is this? If I say I will discontinue, what will you do? If I say I will continue, what will you do? Prashant, please answer this question. Then I will answer your question. See what happens here, editorial analysis. I would love to do every day. That is the actual idea. That's the reason why I started. In the past, I was regular. I'm always punctual. You guys know that. And I was quite regular. But nowadays, I have a very tight schedule. What is the word for hectic? Hectic schedule means what? Tight schedule. I've been thinking how to make the sessions regular because I'm going to come up with a few videos and with the tagline Target 2024. Already have seen. So once I start that, new videos and new sessions, I will not be irregular. I would love to be regular and I would love to be, you all know I'm punctual. But sometimes what happens, there's a saying in English, what is it? Man proposes, God disposes. Because of the hectic schedule and priorities, I have to spend every day for this 3 to 4 hours. Not, it's a lot of time. 3 to 4 hours every day to come up with a particular session, editorial session with practice questions, with the meanings, words, everything. So sometimes I may skip. So what I'm thinking, I would like to do something so that we have regular sessions. That's what I would like to say for the time being. Let me go back to the editorial. Polling has concluded in all these, and campaigning is peaking in Rajasthan and Telangana, 25th and 30th, respectively. Competitive populism, main idea is being reiterated, and competitive populism has been defining. No, perhaps they have a reason because if I say, yes, I'm going to be regular, they want to watch. If I say I may not be regular, they may look for some other source. Nothing wrong in asking, it is justified. Coming to this one, competitive populism has been the defining theme. Has been. Answer my question, which tense is this? I want immediate answer. Present perfect. But the next question is actual question. Is it in active voice or passive voice? This you have to. I know you guys, you know how much effort I put in, and you know about my punctuality, regularity. But new students, how will they know? Please answer, is it a active voice or passive voice? It is active voice. Has been something, has been what? Active voice, not passive voice, mind you. Has been the defining theme. She has been a student, he has been a professor, there have been business people for some time. So, competitive populism has been the defining theme of campaigning so far. Already, the idea has been mentioned. It is not the community based, not the community based approach, but competitive populism. And also, you have to focus on the phrase so far. So far always takes a present perfect tense. What does it mean? It talks about a situation that begins in the past and comes to the present. It may or may not go to the future, but we consider past to present. Then we say so far, till now. And attempts at communal polarization. As I said in the past, it was all communal polarization. We have got this word many a time, polarized society. Means what? You divide the society or the place constituency into two major groups based on caste, community. Then we use polarization of the constituency. That is not a good thing. In the past, they would try to do, but now it has been competitive populism. At communal polarization have been relatively understated, means not emphasized, not very strong. Have been understated. Here it is in again in present perfect tense, but active voice or passive voice. Here it is in passive voice. The BJP and the Congress, the main contestants in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Chhattisgarh, have sought. Again, which tense is this? So many times we get present perfect active voice. When I take regular classes, offline classes, I always tell students that difference between a person who's good at English and a person who's not good at English is only one tense. Which one is that? Present perfect tense. Those who are good at English, whether speaking, while speaking or writing, they use present perfect quite often. Those who are not good at English use past tense quite often. See how many times we have come across have sought, seek, sought, have sought to outdo each other. An important expression, outdo, means what? Be smarter, smarter than the other person, smarter than the other party. And there's one important expression you got to recollect something important from the exam point of view. Each other. Tell me what is the difference between each other and one another. What is the difference between these two? And first of all, which part of speech is it? These are what? Pronouns. Which type of pronouns? You have to know reciprocal pronouns. Reciprocal pronouns. So each other, two persons, one another more than two, two plus. That you have to recollect. Each other in promising a widening array of welfare schemes. Now, part of the manifesto, they are promising a lot, raining promises, and array, an important word we have got a few times. Part of speech, noun. What does it mean? Range. A range of schemes, welfare schemes. In Telangana, now a particular state. In Telangana, the Congress, which is mounting a serious challenge, mount means to put in this context. Mount usually takes the word mounting pressure. What is a combination? Mounting pressure, but they have used mounting a serious challenge, putting in a serious challenge to incumbent Bharat Rashtra Samiti. Incumbent, we have got many a time. Current government or incumbent CM, current, the one who holds the power, the CM post right now, has promised to expand the state's saturated welfare regime even further. So it talks about in Congress in Telangana what is happening. BRS is there, and to this party, Congress is giving a tough fight, mounting a lot of mounting pressure. One expression, serious challenge. And how is it trying to do? It has promised to expand the state's saturated welfare regime. Saturated means reaching the peak, already full. Then we say something is full, more than what we need. Then what do we say? Saturated, an important word. And saturated with what? Welfare regime. Regime has two or three meanings. One meaning, The current government, if you look at the literal meaning, it says that is usually authoritative, need not be current government or the present government. Welfare regime means they are focusing on welfare schemes even further. Already BRS has come up with a lot of welfare schemes last 10 years if you take. Now Congress already saturated. The sentence is Congress wants to take it further, more welfare schemes. Here you got to recollect two words. One is FARTHER. The other one, what has been used in the editorial, FURTHER. So first one deals with what? It deals with distance, first one. And second one deals with in addition to. Very good, Anusha. In addition to. She has gone to the US for further studies. Shimla is farther than Delhi from Bombay. So they have given in many competitive exams, but I'm sure our students know. It talks about saturated welfare regime even further. Now, what is happening in Rajasthan? Incumbents, those who are in power in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, the Congress and the BJP respectively, have relied on new welfare architectures, means new welfare schemes, to fight for another term, to get one more chance, to get one more term. Voter response to the Congress's demand for a countrywide caste-based census has been mixed. What does it mean? Congress has demanded something. What is the Congress's demand? And what is the response, voter response to that? The Congress demanded a countrywide caste-based census. And the response of the voters, voter response has been present perfect, active voice, mixed. Usually, I give students a typical example to make them understand the meaning of the word mixed. I have mixed feelings towards someone or something. What does it mean? I have mixed feelings. I have mixed feelings means both positive and negative. Here has been mixed means the voters they have both positive and negative opinion. The BJP, what is the stand taken by the BJP regarding census based on the caste? The BJP has been, again, present perfect tense, active voice, ambivalent. Whenever you come across ambi, it talks about two. That means what ambivalent means? Not clear. Here you have to recollect the word equivocal. Also, you have to recollect the word vague. Not clear, vague, equivocal, ambiguous, ambivalent. They all mean the same. Has been, the BJP has been ambivalent on the question and will wait for the outcomes on December 3rd before making up its mind. Make up your mind means what? Take a firm decision. It goes with everyday English. He is not able to make up his mind whether to take bank exams or SSC. She is not able to make up her mind regarding which competitive exam she has to take. Typical examples. The party, however, contrasting word, has been vocal. Again, see, more than six times, I suppose. Has been vocal means very clear and loud in electioneering. Electioneering goes with the way you participate in elections. About the inauguration of the Ram temple in Ayodhya in January. Means what they have been talking a lot about electioneering here means the way you campaign, the way you contest, the way you participate in the campaign has been vocal, means very strong while doing that electioneering. About which aspect? About the inauguration of the Ram temple in Ayodhya in January. Which party is that? The BJP. Tribal voters have received special attention from the BJP and the Congress. Both the parties wanted to win or get the tribal voters from the tribal groups. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a 24,000 crore PM Janjati Adivasi Nyaya Maha Abhiyan for last mile welfare scheme. Last mile means at the fag end of something, at the fag end of the election campaign. Last mile effort. Generally, we use last mile ditch or last mile effort. Before you conclude something, you do something. Last mile effort. Last mile welfare scheme delivery. and protection for particularly vulnerable tribal groups. We have got the word vulnerable many a time. So, what does it mean? Those who are likely to get exploited, or in a weak situation, or in a situation where they may be endangered or they may get exploited. Tribal people. Congress leader. Now, what is the promise given by the Congress leader? Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Modi have both claimed a better track record in delivering on election promises they make. Usually, what happens, all the parties, part of the manifesto, they promise a lot. And sometimes, what happens after coming to power, they may not implement a lot of promises. So, this sentence says both Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Modi have both claimed a better track record in delivering on election promises they make. They did not disappoint. Welfare schemes can result in more equitable development. Welfare schemes are good outcomes as research shows, obviously, but a more thoughtful and researched approach would be healthier for public finances. Now they say so many things are free. Tripura Sundari, very good. You have to recollect both and both common error. What is it? Both as well as. Right or wrong? Both and. This is correct and this is wrong. That you have to recollect. Endangered, right. Here, it should be a lot of offers. They should be researched. There should be some sort of thoughtful and researched approach that would be healthier for public finances. Parties should seek. What is the function of the helping verb should? It has two functions. One goes with advise or suggest. The other one talks about a possibility where the chances are less. Here is the first function here. Parties should seek more common ground in electioneering. Mr. Modi remained the center of the BJP campaign. Now, the two sentences they talk about how BJP has been campaigning, how Congress has been campaigning. First, about the BJP. Mr. Modi remained the center of the BJP campaign. We also use an expression like he has remained the center of attraction. Mr. Modi remained the center of the BJP campaign. Relegate means to send someone, this is an important word, send someone to to an inferior position. Inferior position. Send someone to an inferior position. Relegating the party's regional satraps means party's regional leaders into the shadows. Means what? Only Modi has been in the limelight, star campaigner. The local leaders have been sidelined and they haven't been given importance. On the contrary, and one more thing to justify that statement, the party also shuffled the pack. Shuffle means what? Mix. By fielding several parliament members, including union ministers, in the assembly seats. Usually, parliament members they contest when it comes to parliament elections, not assembly elections. And that too, union ministers. But here, quite something strange has happened. Members of parliament, union ministers, they are contesting where assembly elections. Now it talks about the stand taken by Congress party. Though the Congress campaign is being helmed by Mr. Gandhi, helm also we have got so many times. Means what? To be at the top. Also as a verb to control, direct. Being helmed by Mr. Gandhi and party president Mallikarjun Kharge, its regional leaders are empowered, a positive word, to steer the strategy in stark contrast to the BJP. BJP is not giving a chance to the local leaders. On the other hand, in contrast, on the contrary, though campaign is being held by Rahul Gandhi and the party president, regional leaders are also getting a chance. They're being empowered to steer the strategy. They are in the limelight. That is in stark contrast, an important expression, quite opposite to the BJP. The nascent, an important word. Nascent means what? Part of speech? Obviously. Adjective. Means what? Newly formed. Or you can also think of developing. What is the word here? Developing. something that is new. Nascent coalition of opposition parties. Recently, they have tried, but they haven't been successful. The nascent coalition of opposition parties has run into rough weather. As I said, a run into rough weather means not successful, a lot of problems. Tyro, very good Tapa. We got an academy, SSC. Remember, I would give words like, now I cannot give all those words, no wise, Tyro. I would give an idiomatic expression. What is the idiom? Greenhorn, nascent. Nascent goes more with a situation, and all these words go with persons. Usage, you got to be careful. With constituent parties turning on the Congress in several states, they tried to form a strong opposition against the BJP, but they haven't been successful because they ran into rough weather. Now, many parties are contesting, turning on the Congress against Congress party in several states. Evolution of the opposition space ahead of 2024 will be influenced by the results of these elections. Based on these elections, we will come to know who is going to form the government at the center and what role the opposition can play, though the voters have clearly made a distinction between assembly and Lok Sabha elections in recent times. Last time also, fledgling also, very good. One more word you can think. Fledgling goes more with a company. It also goes with an organization. Fledgling company, fledgling firm, fledgling organization, a typical combination. Persons, he is a novice, tyro, greenhorn, and nascent formation. Nascent goes more with organization or attempt also. Here it says, last I have done a few editorials based on recent elections. There also we came across this idea. What is this idea? Now voters are very smart. They are very clear about what to do, what not to do when it comes to assembly elections, and what to do, what not to do when it comes to Lok Sabha elections. They have clarity. It ends on that particular note. Let us go to questions based on the editorial, a few questions based on comprehension skill. What is the primary theme of the ongoing assembly elections in the 5 states discussed in the editorial? Is it communal polarization? Is it economic reform? Is it competitive populism? Is it foreign policy? No, it is not. No, Tapa. It is not the first one. I'm really, Anusha. Yes, you're right. C is the answer. No, how come? How come? The editorial says in the past it was communal polarization. Based on why did they mention this particular expression? In the past, parties would resort to communal polarization. On the contrary, this time, instead of focusing on the communal polarization, they are focusing more on editorial is all about competitive populism. Obviously, answer is C. It happens sometimes. An easy one. You should not be hasty. Which states have concluded their polling among 5 mentioned in the editorial? Editorial talks about 5 states, but 3 states they have completed elections. What are the 3 states? 3 states, not two. You cannot say these are 2 states. You have to say mention three. What are the 3 states where elections over? Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and Mizoram. Answer is B. Very good. What is the key focus of the BJP and Congress in their election campaigns in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Chhattisgarh? Whenever you try to answer a question based on comprehension skill, read the question, focus on the key words. What is the key focus of the BJP and Congress in their election campaigns in these 3 states? Foreign policy initiatives, competitive polarization, promising welfare schemes, religious divisiveness. No, answer is C, promising welfare schemes. In Telangana, which political party is challenging the incumbent Bharat Rashtra Samiti or BRS? Easy to answer. One particular party is going to give tough fight to BRS. Which party is that? That party also, why is it giving a tough fight because they could get success in the neighboring state Karnataka. Based on that, they are quite confident. Answer is Congress. Congress is. How come? See, no, no, no. In Telangana, which political party is challenging? In the editorial, they have used mounting a challenge. They have not used the same words, they have changed the phrase. Is challenging, mounting a challenge, both mean one and the same. Which party is giving a tough fight? Obviously, Congress. How come you guys answer C? Answer based on the editorial, not your assumption. In Telangana, which political party, parties or party? Party, only one party, that is Congress. Again, going off their track, what has been the BJP's approach to the demand for a countrywide caste based census by the Congress? Congress has demanded countrywide caste based census. And what is the approach taken by the BJP on based on that? What is BJP's approach regarding countrywide caste based census demanded proposed by the Congress? There is one specific word used in the editorial. It is not supportive, it is not opposed, it is not no response. So, what is the answer here? Ambivalent, mixed, in the sense, not quite sure about what to say, what stand to take. Perhaps they are taking their own time. Today, unfortunately, no practice questions. This is what I wanted to do. It took almost 32 minutes. And do remember to subscribe and share. Now, I would like to read. Some students have, but now I can't see. I will respond tomorrow. A few comments. But today, this is what I wanted to teach you people to enrich your English proficiency. Not clear exactly. Ambiguous, ambivalent, equivocal, vague. All the words you have to recollect. My pleasure. Thank you.